my little friends. Bambi's here. How are you today? Are you good or very good? That's great. Would you like to have some fun and learn good things with Bambi? Every time Bambi brings something new for you. Books, songs, group games, stories, and face painting videos. Are you ready for today's video? So, don't go anywhere and stay still. Crisscross applesauce. Open your listening ears. Da-da-da-dang. Today's book is Pinocchio. Once upon a time, in a little village, a beautiful wishing star shone brightly in the evening sky. A clever little cricket named Jiminy wandered along the village streets. He saw a lighted window and decided to go inside. Jiminy Cricket looked around amazed. He had stumbled on a woodcarver's shop full of fantastic clocks, cute music boxes, and shelves of toys. The shop belonged to kindly old Geppetto. Geppetto was carefully painting eyebrows and a mouth onto a puppet that looked just like a little boy. Figaro, Geppetto's cat, and Chloe, his goldfish, watched as he worked. "I have just the name for you," Geppetto said when he had finished. Pinocchio. Geppetto put little Pinocchio away for the night. As he climbed into bed, Geppetto looked out the window and saw something glittering in the sky. This one. "It's the wishing star," he said. Geppetto closed his eyes and made a wish. As Geppetto slept, he dreamed about his wish. He had wished that Pinocchio would become a real boy. Suddenly, a brilliant light filled Geppetto's room. The light sparked and grew into the beautiful blue fairy. "Good Geppetto," the fairy said. "You deserve to have your wish come true." She waved her magic wand over Pinocchio, saying, "Little puppet made of pine, wake! The gift is thine." Suddenly, Pinocchio lifted his arm and spoke. "Am I a real boy?" he asked. "No," the fairy explained. "First, you must prove yourself brave, truthful, and unselfish. You must learn to choose between right and wrong." The blue fairy told Pinocchio that he must let his conscience be his guide. And with a little coaxing from the blue fairy, Jiminy Cricket agreed to be his conscience. Then she was gone. Geppetto, hearing strange noises, jumped out of bed. When he got to his workshop, he saw his little puppet dancing around and singing. Geppetto lifted Pinocchio into the air and hugged him close. Geppetto finally had a son of his own. He had the son that he had never been happier. The next morning, Geppetto walked Pinocchio outside and pointed to all the children passing by. "They are going to school," he explained. "Now that you are a little boy, you must go to school too." Hoping to make Geppetto proud, Pinocchio hurried off. He didn't realize that two sneaky-looking characters were watching him. "A live puppet with no strings?" the fox exclaimed. "We can sell him to Stromboli the puppeteer." The fox tripped Pinocchio with his cane. "I am J. Worthington Fulfillo, but my friends call me Honest John," he explained. "And this is Gideon," he added, pointing to the cat standing by his side. Uh-oh. Pinocchio looked up at Honest John. "I have to get to school," he explained. Honest John convinced Pinocchio that school was a waste of time. Come with us. Come with us. We'll make you a star." Back to Geppetto's workshop, Jiminy Cricket hurried into the coat and hat and ran out of the door. He saw Honest John, Gideon, and Pinocchio heading down the street in the wrong direction. Soon, Jiminy Cricket caught up with Pinocchio and tried to change his mind. But it was too late. Honest John had convinced Pinocchio to go to stage. They were going to see Stromboli the puppeteer. Honest John led Pinocchio right into Stromboli's greedy hands. The puppeteer was delighted to have such a rare find in his show. That night, Pinocchio made his stage debut, with Jiminy Cricket watching from the audience. Everyone was amazed to see a singing, dancing puppet with no strings. When the show was over, the crowds clapped and threw gold coins at Pinocchio's feet. Oh, this is a Stromboli. Pinocchio loved all the attention, and Stromboli loved all the money the little puppet had made for him. Later that night, Pinocchio couldn't wait to get home and tell Geppetto about his new career. But when Stromboli heard Pinocchio talking about going home, he threw him in a cage and locked the door. Oh, no. As Pinocchio cried and called out for Jiminy, the cricket sneaked into Stromboli's wagon. He wanted to wish Pinocchio luck with his new career. Jiminy couldn't believe his eyes when he saw Pinocchio locked in a cage. He tried to help his friend escape, but the lock was stuck. "It will take a miracle to get us out of here," Jiminy said. Meanwhile, poor Geppetto was very worried about his little son. He went out for search for Pinocchio in the pouring rain. Poor Geppetto. Oh, what happened to Pinocchio's nose? Back at Stromboli's wagon, as Jiminy was trying to free Pinocchio, the blue fairy appeared. When she asked Pinocchio why he hadn't gone to school, Pinocchio told so many lies that his nose grew. Pinocchio promised that he would never lie again. and the blue fairy agreed to give him another chance. Then she disappeared once more. Jiminy and Pinocchio jumped out of Stromboli's wagon and ran home as fast as they could. So, did you like Pinocchio's story? I think it's better that we pause the story now and wait for the rest of it in the next session. See you next time. Okie dokie. Did you like today's video? Would you like to see more from Bambi? So, stay tuned and follow Happy Bambi on Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you later, alligator! Mwah!